Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Welcome. My name is Twanda Hill. I am in sunny Phoenix, Arizona this morning, but I also base out of Seattle, Washington. I want to welcome you to the Constant Contacts webinar, Drive New Business with Social Media. So we're going to get started. This workshop is going to be 45 to 50 minutes, 45 to 60 minutes. And if you have questions, there is a chat screen. I will take a break every now and then and look in the chat screen to see if you have any questions that I can answer along the way. But I look forward to us having an awesome workshop this morning. Okay. Let's move it through. So on the screen, I do have my contact information. I've been in business. I celebrated 20 years in business last year, so I'm excited about that. And I said I'm based out of Seattle and Phoenix, but I do digital marketing, simple web design, and graphic design. And so if you need to get a hold of me, please reach out to me. You can go to my website, www.twandahill.com, or you can actually give me a call at 248-6072. I also like people to know that you will get a copy of the slide deck after the event is over, so you don't have to write everything down fiercely. Okay, so when it comes to marketing, when we started out marketing years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, we used to think that it was about filling the funnel and it would just funnel down. And so you'd start out, maybe you were having an event, you sent out flyers or mailers to 1,000 people, and as it made its way through, you might get 100 people to the event. And that's what a typical sales funnel in traditional marketing methods look like, whether it was direct TV or print ads. But now, since social media has really taken a stronghold on everything that we do, we have actually flipped the funnel in how we market. So with that, we start out with telling a couple people, your two friends tell two more friends, and two more friends tell two more of their friends, and so on and so on. And that has allowed us to flip the funnel around, and that's through using the tools like Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, email marketing. So that's the major difference between then and now. In this new marketing world, you'll spend less time finding new customers and more time engaging your existing happy customers. Social media, in combination with email and other online marketing activities, has leveled the playing field for smaller organizations to compete with the big guys. Word travels quickly on social media, and more importantly, people trust the reviews that they see on social media. So engagement is the new word of mouth. So how many of you have learned of a business or an event or nonprofit because of something you see on social media? And actually, most of us, the answer would be most of us have. With the rise in social media use over the last several years, many businesses are seeing some great results from their efforts. In fact, one study shows that 78% of people say that a company's social media use influences their purchasing decision. So that tells us that social media interactions play an important role in their decisions as well. In fact, 73% of consumers are likely to buy from a brand that responds to them on social media. Customers tend to ask questions using social media, so it's a great way to interact with them. Social media is also important for showing support for nonprofits. In fact, 84% share information to help further a cause. So if you are a nonprofit and you think, oh, social media doesn't apply to me, imagine when you have an event or you're doing something and you're guests are actually, so your supporters are actually posting and tweeting that information out. People want to be a part of the in crowd, and so when they see something that's happening that other people are doing, they will also want to be a part of it. So do not play social media short if you are a nonprofit. Social media affords you the opportunity to stay in touch with current and potential customers, even when they're not visiting your store or purchasing your services or interacting with your nonprofit. You can nurture these relationships and continue to expand new relationships. By posting and interacting regularly, you'll increase brand awareness and stay on top of mind. The truth is, you got to be where your existing and potential customers are. For the majority of small businesses, that's email and social media. So email allows you to directly reach your audience, and social media allows you to amplify your efforts. With social media, you'll have the opportunity to grow your business by generating new leads and build and nurture relationships. And all of this effort will get more people to know, like, and trust you. Okay, so today we're going to get started on the workshop, and we're going to cover quite a bit on our agenda. We'll talk about some of the most popular social media sites and how you can decide which to use for your businesses, and how you'll begin to expand and grow your network. Once you're up and running, content will be an important aspect in engaging your audience. After that, we'll dive into social media advertising. We'll go over the basics of how it works and some of the different tools. We'll also talk about utilizing social media to grow your mailing list and how you'll use email marketing to further nurture your relationships. And then last but not least, we'll talk about the important metrics you'll look for in order to determine your success and further optimize your social media efforts. I had someone tell me once, if you're not measuring, you're not marketing. So this workshop is brought to you courtesy of Constant Contact, and some of you may not be familiar with them. Constant Contact is a do-it-yourself online marketing system, and you can use it to create and manage campaigns. The company is best known for its email marketing tools. It's easy to create and send mass emails like newsletters or announcements and updates. And you can run social promotions or offers. And you can build online surveys and polls to gather feedback, as well as promote and manage your events using Constant Contact. So you have all of those pieces together in one place. One of the things I see a lot of people do is they will set up an email campaign in one platform, and then they'll set up registration in another platform, and then on the third platform they'll do follow-ups and surveys. So, okay, so let's see. Are we having some issues with the sound? It keeps phasing in and out. Let me see what I can do about that. Is that better? I'll look for some feedback. I think so. You need to keep talking. I was using a headset, and maybe the headset is not working. Okay, so everybody thinks that's working better. Okay, great, great, great. So thank you, Nicole. And is it Surjit? Thank you so much for letting me know there were challenges with the mic. Okay, so let's keep going, and I'll check in again and see if it gets better or if it gets worse. Okay. So how many of you are Constant Contact members? Let's do a quick poll. That'll let me know. Are you actually Constant Contact subscribers? Okay. I'm going to give you a couple seconds to get your vote in. Okay, and it looks like most of you are not subscribers. Okay, so let's go ahead and end that. And the reason I wanted to ask that is because today, and it actually just goes through the end of the month, as an exclusive offer for today's attendees, you can actually purchase a 3-month subscription for $5, and that's for the basic email. If you want to do the email where you can do the emails, the auto-responder surveys, events and stuff, that one is $10 a month, and that's for the first 3 months. So we'll talk more about that later, but I just wanted to make sure that you know that there is a great option. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Let's pick a social media site. There are dozens of sites for you to choose. There are dozens of platforms, from Facebook to Instagram to LinkedIn, Twitter, Snapchat, Periscope, you name it. So you're likely already using email to communicate with your audience, but you want to also start by choosing one social media platform. So when it comes to these different platforms, I'm going to let you see which ones do what. So networking can be done through Facebook, the photo sharing, recorded video, live video has been amazing. That's been the new thing. So depending on what your target audience is and what features are important to you, this should help you decide which social media platform you want to use. Okay. Show answered questions. I just want to make sure that we can see everything. Okay, wonderful. So there are 4 main reasons or features a small business might choose to use social media, and we have those listed above. So if you have pictures and a lot of pictures and photo sharing that you want to do, then being on Periscope is not going to be the right tool for you. So most of the sites allow photo sharing. These social media sites are highly visual with the use of images. And studies show that imagery tends to create positive emotions in people, and the rapid increase in the use of smartphones has contributed to this trend as well. Not only can phone users easily take quality pictures with their phones these days, but with the help of social platforms like Instagram, Pinterest, and Snapchat, they can quickly, if not immediately, share those images with others. And plus, it's easier to view visual content than it is to read text. So let's talk about the next one. Let's talk about Facebook. As one of the initial most popular social networks, Facebook allows your business to be more discoverable and connect with your audience. You can have one-on-one conversations with your customers or members, and they will have the ability to like your page and read the posts you share. Another great benefit is that your customers can check in when they visit your location, which gets shared to their friends' newsfeed. With over 1 billion, it is the site with the most active users, and anyone looking to communicate with consumers can use this platform. It's very flexible on the type and length of posts you can share. For best results, we recommend using 40 characters for a status update and 30 to 45 seconds for videos posted to Facebook. When using a text status update, it's important to include some type of multimedia, like an image, a photo album, or a video. Facebook is low volume, so you don't want to post too frequently. You're not going to see people on their business page posting every hour on Facebook. You want to post probably at least once a day, but depending on your audience and business, you can actually decide if you're going to do a daily post or a weekly post. For Facebook, consider quality versus quantity. And then one of the biggest benefits is that Facebook can help your business to reach a large audience, and it also has some advertising tools. And most of you should note that for your business, you want to actually have a business page, not just your personal page, because on your business page, you're able to look at your insights and see your demographics, know what time people are reading your information. So you definitely, if you've been using your personal page, as your way in to connect with people, you definitely want to go ahead and build a business page. And the one trick you can do, if you have a personal page, you can actually convert that to your business page, because that's probably easier than starting a business page from scratch. So Twitter. Twitter is the place where people come to discover what's happening in the world. They're able to share information and post instantly, and to make connections with other individuals and businesses. A business in almost any industry can see results from using Twitter. By looking at the most successful brands using it, some of the most popular industries using this tool are technology, food and beverage, retail, household products, and entertainment. We definitely see a lot of the entertainers using it. The text limit is 140 characters, and the frequency is absolutely much more. People are tweeting 5 to 7 times a day. So it is a high volume network, and you can share more here because of its fast-paced nature. We recommend posting a minimum of 3 to 5 times a day if you're going to be on Twitter. LinkedIn. LinkedIn has a very different environment. They connect professionals from all over the networking purpose for networking purposes. It is rare that you will see someone on LinkedIn talking about, oh, they had a great cup of coffee at Starbucks today. It's really a way for business professionals to connect with one another. And the way businesses are using it is that you actually can become an industry expert. So if you are working in technology, or you're working in digital media, you could be posting digital media updates and posts and information and new trends. And that way you're showcasing yourself and your business as an industry expert. LinkedIn has been working well. A lot of folks, if you're looking for work as well, a great way to find recruitment is through LinkedIn. An ideal post on LinkedIn would be about 600 characters. And when writing your posts, you want to aim for more formal and technical content around your business and industry. And then with that in mind, you can share things like studies or reports or SlideShare presentation, case studies, ebooks. Ensure you are sharing content that's relevant to your industry and business. LinkedIn is a low volume network, so make sure that your content doesn't dominate the feed. At a minimum, you'll want to post 3 or more times a week, and you want to aim to post during the business day when these users are most active. Okay, so that's LinkedIn. Pinterest is another one. Pinterest is like a virtual bulletin board. So if you're using Pinterest and you're in the industry of decor, wedding, fashion, beauty, photography, those pictures are worth a million words. So you want to have images that you post. You want to have keywords. You want to have links that take them to where you need them to go for them to sign up for something, to learn more information. So it's very visual, and you want to make sure your images are high quality. There's a limit of 500 characters when writing text for your pin. And then in terms of frequency, a few times a week, at least 5 times, but definitely no more than 10. Using Pinterest for your business is an easy way to increase visibility, to link to your website, which is also going to improve your search engine optimization for people to find your website. So keep that in mind if Pinterest is the platform that you choose to work in. Instagram. Instagram is a mobile photo editing and sharing app that helps you create stunning images that can be used on all of your other social networks. So many industries who work well on Pinterest also work well on Instagram. And this includes the food, art, travel industries as some of the most popular ones. With this platform, you will use your images to tell a story, and not blast your branding. Most photos on Instagram fall into one of two categories. They're either beautiful imagery or they're humor. Instagram also, another great feature, searches use hashtags to enable the discovery of your profile and images. So another great feature is to use Instagram video to create a 15-second video using filters. And you might share pictures of employees, behind the scenes, exclusives, and even your customers. Instagram also tends to be a low volume network, so we recommend posting 2 to 3 times a day if your industry is highly visual, and 4 to 5 times a week if you don't have as many photo opportunities to share. So by using Instagram for your business, you'll be able to provide creative content, text, and visual inspiration to connect with customers or members. So that's kind of a brief overview of some of the most popular ones. And now that you're familiar with that, you have to determine which one works best for your organization's goals and target audience. And after you do that, the next step is to go ahead and set up your network. You definitely, once you've chosen your platform, complete your profile and brand. You want to complete the company information. You want all of that there. Add a description, a biography, any contact information like your website. You also want to add in a profile photo. And with Twitter and Facebook, they actually allow you to use a larger cover photo. And so that will really help your audience connect with your cause or business. It also makes your page recognizable and other branding assets you are using like your emails or website. You want to customize your page as much as you can. Twitter even will allow you to customize the theme color for your page to match all your other branding. And then once you've set up your page, you're ready to start sharing content. And if you don't know your branding and your colors of your branding, send me a message and I can offline show you how to do that. I actually do a whole nother workshop on just color, the art of color, how color influences your brand and how it influences your audience. So it's very important to understand that the colors that you choose for your brand, but also the colors that you choose for your target audience. So you do want to make sure that your colors match from platform to platform, because when I see you in a brochure and when I see you on your website or one of the social media platforms, I definitely want to see your brand color the same. Okay, so now that we've set up your network, it's time to say hello to the world. Let them know that you are here. So when you set up your profile page, everyone starts with 0 fans and followers. What do you hope is going to happen once you activate your followers, activate your profiles? You have to think about, how do I start inviting people in? And so you can tell people about your presence on social media if you expect them to find and follow you. And then there's a variety of ways that you can do that. So we have our basic emails. You want to make sure you let your subscribers know that you're on social media. This is low-hanging fruit. You already have a connection with your email contacts who know and love you, which means they're likely to find you on social media. Plus, they're used to communicating with you through email, so this is a natural way to spread word to your loyal contact base. If you want to give even more of an incentive to follow you, let them know what they'll get by liking your page. Some people think, well, I don't have a product, so what will I give them? Is there an e-guide that they can get as a benefit for liking your page? So think about those, and an e-guide or some kind of some evergreen information that doesn't change frequently, that throughout the year as people sign up for your page, they can get that benefit for themselves. Here's an example with a salon. We've gone social. And so it just tells them, follow us on social media to stay up to date on all the happenings. And so when the salon sent this email, they had a subscriber list at 200. With this email alone, they gained 46 new likes on their Facebook page. And notice how there is no other information in this email. The main focus is about their social media presence. You can also make the announcement on your website. You should make it easy for people to be able to connect with your social networks. So make sure the icons are easily visible to be clicked on by site visitors. And then if you have a blog, post it on your blog. Here's where Lucy's Clothing. On her blog, she let them know that she has Facebook, that she has Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram. So let people know that you have social sites, because people do expect to get more frequency with the social sites. With the email, they're not expecting to get an email from you every day. Matter of fact, there was this one attendee who he sent out an email every day, and it was supposed to be like the tip of the day. The thing is that when they sent out their monthly email that had more marketing and information about who they are and what they do, they weren't getting as many opens because people were so used to it being the tip of the day that they started ignoring it. So don't forget about sharing your profile link to your other social media profiles. Just because someone follows you on Facebook doesn't mean they are following you on Twitter and vice versa. Equally, like with the email, the people who like you on Facebook already have a vested interest in your organization, and therefore will be more likely to follow you on Twitter or whatever social site you're on. This will help your audience connect with you on all of your pages as not to miss anything important. Consider creating posts with a link to your other social media profiles and posting it to each profile. So here's an example. This is their Twitter page. Check us out on Twitter. And actually, they are sharing this information on their Facebook page. Okay, so seek out your existing and targeted audience. Sometimes it's not enough to expect your audience to find you. Even for those who would love what you offer on social media, they may not have the time or awareness to seek out your page. So one of the most effective, although slightly more time-consuming methods of building your network is to seek out your existing and target audience in order to engage with their page. So when someone follows you on one social network and engages with you, search out those people when you begin using a new network, and think about the people who comment or mention you. These are people you want to be sure to seek out on your new social media channels. And so one of the things that I do when I post a workshop or webinar on Facebook, and I do actually set it up as an invitation, and I just link it back to my Constant Contact event registration. But once people start connecting and saying they're interested or they make comments, I actually go in and invite them to like my Facebook page and to connect with them. So it's all about interacting and engagement. So you can follow them on their like pages or like their page. You can share their post or even comment to further engage with them. So here's a tip about Facebook. When someone is posting on Facebook, if you're just going on Facebook and clicking like, that's not viewed as engagement. If you were to go to a party and you saw somebody with a great outfit on, you wouldn't just walk up to them and say, like. You would say, hey, beautiful dress, beautiful jewelry, where'd you get it? You would have some conversation. Well, the same thing is true of Facebook. You have to, and most of these social media sites, is you have to interact. So what happens is if I interact with Nicole, then Nicole shows up on my feed. Ooh, I just had a flash. I just wanted to make sure you guys were seeing the screen. Okay, so it shows up on my in her news feed because now we're interacting with each other. We have a relationship going on. So take a couple seconds and thank people for something they shared or make a simple comment. It's going to make it much, it's going to drive your feed and your post up in on their page. Because before, if you had an organic, if you had a thousand people who like your page, you make a post, a lot of times they'll see it. Well, now with that organic reach is decreasing. I think it's down to like 2%. So in order to organically get people into each other's feeds, you have to connect, you have to engage with them. Another thing that I recommend is actually engaging with like organizations. So if you follow people or individuals or organizations who have similar interests, there's a couple benefits for building your network. First, you're able to watch how they use social media, pay attention to their activity that gets the most engagement. And do you see they get tons of likes when they share articles about industry trends? Do they get lots of shares when they post videos? It's likely that your target audience will be similar. So you'll probably see the same success if you test it out with your own social pages. This also allows you to create partnerships with others who complement your own products or services. By connecting with similar or complementary organizations, you can create a mutually beneficial relationship. It's basically you're scratching my back, I scratch your back. For example, after I adopted my dog, I followed the shelter on Facebook. I regularly see their posts, and they often share helpful posts about pet training and tips. Many times, this was an original post from one of their sponsors or a local pet supply store. Obviously, their supplies and foods are a huge part of owning a pet, so I was interested in what their partner, the pet store, had to say. I eventually followed this business on Facebook and was interested in all the posts they share. They have helpful tips about owning and training a pet. And that process can also work for you. So find other individuals or organizations who complement what you have to offer and work together to share each other's information and expand your network. Lots of information. So let's talk about content. Content is like currency because once you have your page or your platform set up and you have people to follow you, what are you going to share? And a lot of people get stuck on what should I actually share. So when it comes to content, let's think about what makes content shareable. So it's important to understand the importance of sharing, engaging, and shareable content. The bottom line is content that is shared is going to help spread the word about your post and your business. You'll reach more people. So how do you make sure your content encourages people to share? If you just share a post because you feel you're supposed to share something, you could be wasting your time. By having shareable content by your audience, you'll get increased visibility for your post. They're sharing it with their friends and followers. And the more people that share your content, the more successful you'll be on social media. So here's a couple things to consider. Your content should be useful to the audience. Think about content that educates with hints and tips or even DIY information. You also want to make it engaging, which means you're asking them to take some sort of action, to watch a video, click on a link, etc. Some type of response. So make it engaging. And like emails, your content has to be visual. Visual helps to break up the text Try sharing an infographic that will readily capture their attention. And then one of the most common things that will get the attention is emotion. So your content should elicit some type of emotion that makes them want to share that post. So looking at that cute little baby face, who would not want to share that information? All right. So let's see. Let's also talk about visuals. Visuals are such a vital aspect of content, and that makes your post engaging. In fact, 67% of consumers believe that images are a very important factor when selecting and purchasing a product. As a small business, you'll utilize images to draw readers in to take more action. You can share images of clients or volunteer pictures when you have satisfied customers, um, images of your product, employee or nonprofit volunteers, pictures of them to spotlight that with a little information about them. This helps followers to make a more personal connection. People love before and after shots. And no matter what type of content you choose, it's important to make your post feel human. Your business will seem more relatable, and your audience will see that you understand your customers. You might want to provide a link to your website in order to drive people there. Don't forget about sharing a link to your email. When you provide a link to your marketing emails, your audience will be able to see the type of information you provide in your regular email. So that's one of the great features in Constant Contact is once you send out your email campaign, you can actually share that email with Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. And it has a social share calendar that allows you to pick the dates, the times, and the pictures that you're sharing that same content. When it comes to video, whether it's live or recorded, you can show how a product is made behind the scenes. For nonprofits, think about showing some of the behind the organization scenes getting ready for a fundraiser campaign. You can also use video to launch a new product, and by giving out information or sending information, showing people trying the new product. You can answer customer or member questions, and you can take an audience out on location to show them what you do on a daily basis. When sharing a previously recorded video, we generally see that the videos are under 90 seconds perform better or less. So people aren't going to watch a 5-minute video. When it comes to posting content, if you are a designer and you post a before and an after picture, what a difference. That's going to capture someone's attention that's looking to upgrade their patio. If you are a digital marketer and you had somebody's site before, take a postcard or a before and after. This is a flyer that they sent out. This is a flyer that you remade and redid. Those before and afters really go a long way into showing your audience your capabilities. When it comes to social media, keywords and hashtags, part of creating great content is including keywords and hashtags. And all of us are familiar with keywords because when it comes to keywords and AdWords and getting your business information to rise higher, whether they're in searches for your website or the things that you do, having those keywords are really helpful in getting people to see what you're talking about. They also, the hashtags are another thing that are really helpful, because if you want Instagram and you did a hashtag for dogs, guess what? You would get, there's 32 million posts around dogs. Now, if you were to hashtag dogs are better than people, that drops it down. Dogs are a girl's best friend, it drops it down. Dogs on Instagram, it's still a wide variety of people. So understand how when people are doing a search, keywords and hashtags are important to have in your postings. So, what's the difference between a keyword and a hashtag? They're both used to categorize people and posts to help searchers find what they're looking for. Hashtags are specific to content. You would not use a hashtag to refer to another user. Hashtags, as you see here, how it was able to help you narrow down pictures that apply to dogs. And you can see all of those conversations, but the more you add to it, then the narrower your search will get. This is also a great way to find out what topics are trending. And since you can see which hashtags are being used the most, share content that follows trends and include popular hashtags when possible. And many social media sites support the use of hashtags like Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Google, YouTube, and Pinterest. If we were to remove the hashtag and do simply a search for the word dog, notice how the search expands to include other profiles in addition to hashtag posts. So if you're looking for a specific hashtag post with dogs, use the hashtag. If you're looking for multiple postings around dogs, you're going to get that without using the hashtag. So one of the things about content, you want to share it online. If you're looking to save time or a little inspiration on what you might post, you can find ideas just about anywhere. Start looking at the content that's on your own website. Think about what's new on your website, new products, services you've listed there, or even consider sharing a link to your blog or post. You can share content that you've already shared on one site with all of your other social networks. This will ensure that your social media audience, no matter which sites they use, they'll have the most up-to-date information about you. And then don't forget about emails. The ultimate goal of the post you should share should drive people to your website through a link or to an email sign-up form. When it comes to content, repurposing it will help you solve the question of what do I post today? So think about what you posted in an email. Are you able to take that information from the email and post that to your social content? And the answer is always going to be yes. You're always going to find 5 to 10 things that you've posted, that you've sent out in an email that you can repurpose. So one of the reasons why you want to do that is because it's going to increase your visibility. By sharing your email on social media, you're able to get in front of more people rather than if you just send it to your list. It actually can help you grow your list as well. And anyone who sees your email on social media who isn't already on your list, they can opt to subscribe in. And then it saves time. How much time do you spend trying to think of content for all your different social media channels and your email? Now all you have to do is create your email, then posting to social media is just a click away. When it comes to content, we don't have to invent everything. We don't have to create it. You can share others' content. It can be a relief to know that you can share someone else's information. It saves you time, but also helps you build relationships and increase your following. You just have to remember to give credit to the person who you received that information from. So sharing posts from your target audience is one way you can interact with your followers, and it makes your audience feel included. Curate content from credible sources and add your own spin. Curating content means that you find interesting content across the web and you share news or articles, videos, and infographics for your social media followers. So for those of you who are on my email subscribers, you will notice that when I send out my monthly email, I usually have some tips and posts that actually come from the Constant Contact blog, because I can reinvent the wheel or I can borrow the information that they've already spent time putting together, and it will meet your needs, and it's helping to educate you and inform you and train you on other aspects of social media. Okay, so when it comes to content, content really does matter. Whether it's social media or even your email marketing, you've got to strike the right balance that will help your customers or potential customers know, like, and trust you. So think about this. No one wants to be sold to all the time. That's why that 80-20 rule is so important. So 80% of the time, the content should really cater to the interests and needs of your audience. You can curate content from influencers or those like-minded people that you've already searched for. And you want to look for content that supports your thinking, industry information, and the way you do business. It could include links to news or maybe even questions. It's also important to consider that your audience has a short attention span, so keep your information brief. And links can provide additional information to a full article if needed. And what I like about that is when you provide a link in Constant Contact on your email, you can actually see that engagement. So after giving people content and information for 80% of the time, the other 20% of the time, you've earned the right to promote, because you really have established yourself as the industry expert. So now when you're going to offer them a product or a service, you can do that. Because imagine if you got an email every day that says, buy this from me now, buy this from me now, buy this from me now, you're going to stop looking at those emails. So 20% of the time, make sure that your post has a call to action so people in your audience do what you want them to do when they see it. And the same thing goes for nonprofits. The 20% is where you will mention your fundraising efforts and ask people to donate or share. So when it comes to posting on social media, believe me, there are tools like Social Suite that allow you to consolidate your posts on one dashboard, so that one, you can determine if you're posting something on Facebook today, you may not want to post that same information at the same time on your Twitter account. And so by using tools like Social Suite or Hootsuite, it allows you to schedule your platforms and schedule the frequency. And you can also respond from those menus as well, from those dashboards. It also has some great analytics to allow you to measure your performance. And you can see the cumulative detail for all of the social media channels that you've connected, and you'll be able to dive in to see individual page results. So save time. So look at that. So you can see if you've had an increase or a decrease at your Facebook posting, the analytics. Like I said, being able to read your analytics, it's really going to help you measure what's working and what's not working. Okay, so have any of you used social media advertising? Because we know that social media alone is great, but the truth is that organic reach or reaching people with just your post and page is limited. And so seeing ads on social media is one of the top ways users learn about any type of business or nonprofit. And it's one of the best ways to extend your reach, no matter what you're trying to achieve. When social media users see an ad, approximately 25% respond by visiting the location on a website, and 14 to 16% take an action like purchase a product or service. So how does social media advertising work? And the process of each platform may be slightly different, but there are three common main steps to customize and create your ads. So first, you need to pick a message, a relevant message or promotion that your audience will see. You'll be able to add text and an image or add a video to support your message. The second thing is you have to be able to define your audience that you're targeting. Who are they? What do they like? Where do they live? Things like that. In some cases, you'll be able to target based on things like gender, age, location, specific interests. You can even upload a file and Facebook will match to the audience that is in your file. And this is why it's important that you maintain your list, even if you're not using email marketing. And so just a side note, when you're promoting something on Facebook, sometimes you'll put a post up and Facebook will say, hey, would you like to promote this for $3 more or $5 more? I recommend that you actually go to the created ad to promote that page and to promote that post. And the reason I say that is because it's going to allow you to really clearly define that target audience. And it's not just as general as all ages and a location. So you can really go in and define it. So you can still use that same amount of money, but go in and make sure you're defining the promotion and the post for your best target fit. And then lastly, set a budget for your ad and choose the duration your ad will run. Most social platforms will charge you based on the reach of your post or the amount of engagement your post drives, like how many clicks, etc. So let's look a little closely at Facebook advertising. And many of you are already using the email marketing, but when it comes to this tool here, you want to ensure that your ad is getting in front of the people that look like the existing customers on your mailing list. The best part of this advertising feature is that the audience will be able to click to view your email and have the ability to sign up directly to your mailing list. If you're running short on time, Constant Contact can actually help you create your ad for you, and they'll take some time to learn about your business, history and customers, and target the right audience. So this is a newer feature that's a part of Constant Contact. With that in mind, just think about it. We've been sending emails for a long time, so we have a lot of those algorithms and history around your best response. So you would definitely want to, I would give it a try and see how many people, if you by using the Constant Contact Facebook ad tool, if it's doing better than the actual ad tool inside of Facebook. So when it comes to social platforms with advertising, many of them have the ability for you to create your ads. The interesting thing is that if there is a platform that you're using that's not on here that for advertising, you can best believe it's going to. I think eventually, as you start looking at the trends of digital marketing, everything is going to probably move to a pay-to-play option. So what I would do right now while is just start honing in on your ability to utilize it so that when everything is at that pay-to-play option, you are real clear on who your audience is and how to reach them. And the fees vary from audience to audience, from platform to platform. Okay, so let's talk about one of the reasons for being active on social media is to turn those leads into loyal customers. And that's where email marketing comes into play. So when we create a social media page, we're asking our existing customers to follow us and on that page. And when they do, their friends will see that they've liked the business page. So social media is like the new word of mouth. And email and social media if you can leverage those platforms together, that's going to help you get maximum exposure that we're seeking. Emails help you send a communication directly to your subscribers. And we have a 97% deliverability rate when it comes to email. With social media, you have a 2% of your fan base that you're reaching. But combining email and social media together, you're going to get 73% more customer engagement. You also have a 57% increase in more new customers and 39% in more business referrals. So it's not one. So often I see people who go, oh, I'm just going to use one or the other and that's how I'm going to get 1,000 people to my event. And it's really a combination of email and social media that work best. When it comes to email, social media, add that social media link to your profile. So how can someone join your list? As you can see right here, if someone clicks on that visitor.r20constantcontact.com/sign up, they can actually click on that, and that'll take them straight to your email a list. And so people can opt into your list. And actually for Instagram, I would probably convert that URL to bit.ly and call it like Backyard Fun Sign Up so that people don't see all of that, because sometimes that does freak them out seeing all those letters. So when it comes to most of your social media sites, you are able to add that link to it. Facebook and Constant Contact actually has a direct button that it will put there for you. Twitter and LinkedIn, they also have a spot for your website and social media links. And when you're able to add that sign up link directly into your company's description or bio. So you can include a call to action if you like, but know that there is just a small amount of text space available for each post. Here's what I was talking about inside of Facebook. You can actually add email newsletter, as a tab to your Facebook page. And so those of you with Constant Contact, it's very simple. I can share with you that information. I think I did that a couple months ago in one of my e-blasts for the month. But it's really simple, so just inbox me and tell me you need help setting it up, and I can help you with that. And that gives your people multiple ways to sign up for your list. Within the post, you can actually have that where instead of having your website listed, give them the link to sign up within a post for your email list. When it comes to social media and email, using the metrics will help you understand decisions that you want to make for your social media platforms. So here's an example. This is an email that was sent out, and at the bottom, they listed their social media links. The great thing is that because of metrics, we're actually able to see who clicked on which link. So this email, the highest percentage of people are on Facebook and Pinterest. So imagine if you had limited resources and you're trying to determine which social media platform you want to invest in. Based on some of these stats, I would really invest in my Facebook and Pinterest because I really know that I'm getting people unique clicks in that area. The other thing it could do for you is you might say, okay, I have the Facebook and Pinterest where I want it to be. Let's invest more time on Instagram. So that's why it's important to understand your metrics when it comes to any of your social media or email platforms. So now you actually have all the information necessary to get started with social media. You're familiar with the top sites and how to be successful with them. You're able to choose and curate content on your social media sites to really engage your followers. And you'll be able to use social advertising to really extend your reach and grow your small business or nonprofits. All of this work leads to helping you grow your list, which is one of the main reasons to use social media. You'll be able to reach a greater number of people and then target them directly to their inbox with your emails to really nurture them. So get started today. Pick your platform, start a profile, and let's make a post. And do know that we are here to help you. All your marketing tools all in one place. I know I talked earlier about some of you who were new to Constant Contact. I do have a question. Let's see. So there were actually at that time, there were not any, everybody on the email were not current Constant Contact members. So if somebody came on late after the call and you want to upgrade to the Email Plus, I do have a code available for you to do that. If you want to sign up today for the $5 Plus, I can help you do that. And so I'm going to actually update this, and I actually am giving you the link that you can sign up. So this will tell you, this can get you started with email marketing today. An exclusive offer for attendees is only good for the next 24 hours. And for $5, you can purchase your subscription. It doesn't matter how many people are on your account. So if you'd like to sign up, go ahead and click. I'll leave it open for a couple more seconds. And then I think I have 1 or 2 people who are interested. So if you click on that, I will follow up with you as well. And let's go ahead and close that. And I think I'm just about at 11 o'clock. Are there any questions? Any questions that I can answer? Let's see. Okay, it doesn't look like I have any questions. I hope you guys enjoyed today's webinar. I try to do one once a month on different topics. I also am in Phoenix locally. I do about 3 to 4 live workshops a month as well. In the summer, I will be back in the Washington area. So don't forget, I will send you a copy of today's recording. Thank you so much for joining me, and have a wonderful day.